Hey guys, it's Werewolf and welcome back to the channel. It has been a hot minute since I've recorded a video, but we're back. I promise we're back, I think. Hopefully. The new high school pack is going to come out soon, so I'm pretty sure I'll be back by then. Anyways, today we're doing something different. We're doing a cast video, and this cast video is actually going to be the prelude to our mini series that I'm currently doing on Twitch, which if you guys haven't already checked out my Twitch channel, you definitely should. It's just 311 We do Sims every Monday and Tuesday. I am a variety streamer, so I do play other games like Valorant and Dead by Daylight and things like that, but I do play Sims pretty consistently on Mondays and Tuesdays, and we're currently doing the series on there. Of course, I'll be putting the edited videos on YouTube, assuming I don't lose any footage this time as I did on my Sad Legacy series. Anyways, yeah, so just for some background, these are the 4 Sims that we are making today. I absolutely love these Sims. They are so adorable. We've got Willow Oakley, who's the first person we'll be looking at, and then Hayden Sorensen, Fallon Star, and Avery. So just for some background between these Sims and the storyline, this obviously is just like all made up storytelling wise because I didn't actually play through this since we were on a limited time frame. I'm trying to finish this Werewolf miniseries before the high school pack comes out so that we can focus on that completely once it does come out. Basically, the idea is that Avery, Fallon, and Hayden are in a band, and they all live together in the new werewolf world. Avery is human, but Fallon and Hayden are werewolves. At some point, I made 4 Sims so that we could go through all of the werewolf aspirations, so at some point we will be getting around to that. But the background is that they're all in a band together, and so they live together as a part of that. And Hayden meets Willow in college, and eventually Willow finds out that he is a werewolf. Willow is a writer, and so she was very intrigued by this. She's always liked fantasy and magic and things like that, so she asks if she can learn about the werewolf, you know, society and the neighborhood and what it's like to be a werewolf. She wants to write a storybook, she wants to write fiction stories, she wants to like raise awareness for werewolves essentially. So she decides to move in with the family. That's where the story is left off. Willow is also human, so we're gonna see how that kind of works out. I haven't decided who's gonna do what, but we'll just let the story go on as we take it. So let's get into the video and check out all 4 Sims. Okay, so we're starting out this episode looking at Willow Oakley, who, by the way, I think is my like most favorite Sim that I've ever made in this game. I don't know what it is about her. I don't know if it's the red hair, the green eyes, or the kind of like preppy college vibes, but I just absolutely love this Sim. I like a lot of my Sims. Like, I like every Sim that I make, but I like hardcore fangirled and like talked about how much I love this Sim and the way she looks and the way she came out. Everything about her is super duper cool. For her background, she is a college student. She met Hayden, who we will see after we make her. We met Hayden in college, and he is a werewolf. She at some point finds out that he is a werewolf, and she's like, you know what, I want to learn the werewolf lifestyle, I want to know how it works. She basically wants to be a writer, and she wants to write like an expose or like some sort of informational book on werewolves. And so he gladly invites her into his home, and she moves in with them. She actually takes the place of one of our other Sims. She takes his bedroom, and he gets moved into the garage, which is unfortunate for him. So she is this like super smart, ambitious Sim. She likes writing, she likes reading. I cannot remember off the top of my head what traits I gave her exactly, but the vibes were that she's like this preppy college student, and she's a big bookworm. She also is like into the outdoors, I believe. But the vibes I got from her is that she's like kind of reserved, not necessarily reserved like shy kind of way, but like reserved in the sense that like she doesn't feel a need to be outgoing. In my mind, maybe she comes off as shy, but in reality, she's just not talking to you because she has nothing to say to you. You know, like she's confident in who she is. She's not shy. She just doesn't have anything to say to you. And I just got those vibes from her. So we'll see that a lot of her outfits are a little bit more preppy, kind of like soft. We go with this really nice sage color. We go with a lot of green for her. I think I got, you know, kind of inspired by her eyes and by the first dress that we put her in, that plaid dress from the Werewolf pack, is kind of what drove her character. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna go for. So yeah, and also we're not limiting packs, by the way. This isn't only the Werewolf pack. I would have done that if we were doing like a cast overview video, but because I'm making these Sims for the Let's Play, I'd rather just use whatever I want to use. So you'll see that her outfits are somewhat kind of, you know, maybe shy girl reserved, preppy college student, smart. But she also has a couple of outfits that show that she's a little bit more confident, like her party wear. She has one that looks a little bit more cottagecore, kind of soft. And then she has one that's like pink sequins, kind of streetwear vibes, something that you would think maybe takes a little bit more confidence because she's like trying to stand out, you know? So this is where we see kind of like how she has these two different characteristics. And that she's not as shy as people think she is. I don't know why I associate preppy schoolgirl with like shy, but like bookworm cottagecore vibes, I always think that maybe the people are a little bit more shy, I guess. So then when you get something more like streetwear vibes, I'm like, oh, they're standing out, you know? So like I said, she's got these two very different vibes to her, and we're going to see how she turns out. We made all 4 Sims so that we could go through each werewolf aspiration. And currently we have both the Moonwood Collective and the Wild Fang one down, but we don't have the Lone Wolf and the one that wants to turn back to a human. So we're gonna have to decide whether she wants to stay a werewolf or if she's gonna become the one that wants to turn back into a human at the end. So this is the final glimpse at the Sim, and like I said, I just think she's this most amazing Simmer I've ever seen. So we can see right now that she's a bookworm, a lone wolf, and outgoing, I believe is what I've given her. We've also given her some likes and dislikes, but yeah. And now we're moving on to our second Sim, Hayden Sorensen, I believe his name was. Let me double check that. I don't know what their names are. I don't have my notes up in front of me. Yes, Hayden Sorensen. Okay, he is the Sim that Willow met in college, and so we're gonna see in this episode that we kind of give him 2 different vibes. On one hand, he's trying to blend in as human, so his fits are also kind of like a trendy college student. He's very smart, he's very well read, he's ambitious, he's a bookworm, he's into music, of course, since he's in a band. And so we actually give him, I think, 2 outfits for almost every single option, and that's because we kind of give him something that's more human and more like college student vibes, well put together, trendy college student. And then his second outfits are a little bit more werewolfy, kind of punk rocky, less care in the world, because like I said, he is a werewolf. So he kind of leads this double life where on one hand, he's like this band rock boy with the ripped clothes and the werewolf vibes. But on the other hand, he's like this college student who needs to look well and put together and things like that. So we see 2 very different vibes come along in his outfit wear. And I think he's super duper cool, and I thought he would fit perfectly with the Moonwood Collective. I actually really like this hair. My Twitch chat, because I made these guys on the stream, my Twitch chat said that he looked like the guy from Beauty and the Beast. The Beast, obviously, in his human form, they kind of associated with him. And now the Beast has red hair, or like kind of this like strawberry blonde hair. I didn't want to give him strawberry blonde hair because there's no point in giving him strawberry blonde hair when we already have one red-haired Sim. I want there to be some diversity in the way they all look. So I didn't end up trying that, but it did look funny. And then my Twitch chat also said he looks like Jesus. So you guys can let me know, what does the Sim look like to you? Does he look like the Beauty and the Beast in human form? Or does he look like Jesus or like a lumberjack? We've got so many things. My chat made fun of me for making the Sim so much, and I think he looks adorable. I think the Sim is absolutely adorable. I like his hair. I did give him a little bit scruff. Usually I'm not a huge fan of facial hair on Sims. I think that's just because in real life I'm not a big fan of facial hair. But on him, I just felt like it was necessary because without it, he looked a little bit... I felt like the long hair without any scruff looked a little bit weird for some reason, so that's what we went for him. And obviously he is a werewolf. And another cool thing I did do is that every single Sim has very interesting eye colors, like very bright eye colors. And I did that because I wanted that to kind of be indicative of the werewolf in them. Like maybe they have these cool eye colors because they're not all human. So Willow has these beautiful green eyes, which at some point she will be a werewolf. He has these beautiful kind of like bright cyanish colored eyes, I guess. They're kind of really bright blue eyes. And that was his vibes. Oh, there was also a meme about him being shirtless because he's obviously very fit. And so I think in almost every outfit he has a fit where he's just shirtless. That was another meme that went through. So that was kind of funny. So the point of, like I said, the sim, he's outgoing, he's well read, so he felt really like, I felt like he would be really good to join for the Moonwood Collective, and that's what we're planning to do in the Let's Play, is that he decides to join that, just because he's obviously trying to blend in with humans as well as werewolves, and the Wild Fangs are a little bit different. They kind of like their ferocity and their werewolfness, and they're very like rugged, and like, we don't need to be friends with these people, like, we're werewolves, we're different, us versus them kind of vibes. So him, on the other hand, he tries to mix and blend in, like, we should still be upstanding citizens as werewolves and not, you know, destroy furniture and burn down the house and scare innocent humans. So, or Sims, I guess, in this case. So that was his vibes, and I think it's gonna work out really well. We'll see our third Sim, Fallon, will be the one who will probably join the Wild Fang pack, just because I felt like her vibes fit it a little bit better. So yeah, I just couldn't see him in the Wild Fangs. I thought about it for a little bit because I was like, do we really want to put her in there? Should we put him? But it just made way more sense to put him part of the Moonwood Collective, and that's what we're gonna go for. Like I said, he is into music, so I think we did give him a music trait. Oh no, we gave him outgoing, adventurous, and music lover, I think. Oh, I can't see what the last one. I think it's animal lover, actually, which also makes sense. I was thinking about putting a pet in this household, but then I didn't end up going through with it, which is a bit unfortunate. We're gonna see his werewolf form soon. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't mess around with the werewolf forms too much. I kind of just took pre-made ones and did a little bit of editing because I'm not good at that. That's kind of like, obviously the create a sim werewolf stuff is very similar to the create a pet, where you can like paint your pets and make them whatever you want, but I just have absolutely no desire to do that. I'm not good at that. I don't want to spend hours trying to shade and blend and all that. So we did not mess around with the werewolf customization too much. Maybe in a separate video I will, but to make these Sims, I just was like, no, I don't want to. I also love, like I said, I love these outfits. So we can see he has these rugged fits, and then he also has his like sporty or like trendy outfits. So like I said, he's an adorable Sim, and I love him so much. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe him and Willow will have like a thing together. I don't know. That could be like a little side story. Obviously, this pack is not about the dating, or the LP or miniseries isn't about dating, but like, there's nothing wrong with adding a little romance and drama. And drama. Can't forget the drama as well. So yeah, I think maybe they'll be a good match. Maybe it'll be what makes Willow want to be a werewolf. Or maybe he'll be the one that actually ends up leaving his werewolfness because he wants to be with Willow. Who knows? Who knows? So as you can see right now, I am checking out the werewolf styles, and I am astonished with how like detailed they are and how cool everything is. Unfortunately, like I said, did not mess around with that too much. But we did kind of adjust a little bit. Obviously, like I said, I was blending the eyes together. So as a werewolf, he has these beautiful bright blue eyes because that's what he has in his sim self. And also, I think the only customization I did really was I added a moon to his chest. I just thought it looked kind of cool, and I was like, if he's gonna be part of the Moonwood Collective, then maybe he's got like that little design on him as well. I think the little tail that they have is kind of weird. I also can't tell if I like the fact that the werewolves look like this. I think they're super cute though, and I think I would enjoy the cuteness over like super ferocious looking werewolves. It's just weird to me because they look like human furries, and not that there's anything wrong with furries, it just looks kind of bizarre to me. So yeah, like I was expecting something a little bit more ferocious. Anyways, moving on to our third Sim, I believe. This Sim is gonna be Fallon Star. Fallon is another werewolf. She is in the band. She's a little bit more punk rocky kind of vibes, outgoing, She's a dance machine, like kind of life of the party, a little bit rebellious kind of vibes. Um, at least that's kind of what I was going for. She's very like in your face. She's very colorful. Obviously, her fashion is very out there as well. And so we just kind of like messed around with that, and that's why I think she should be part of the Wild Fang Collective. I also made these Sims kind of based off of the bedrooms that I made for them because I was like, okay, we'll make one more a little bit punk rocky. You know, like this aesthetic isn't necessarily my aesthetic. This whole like punk rock, brick clothes, kind of vibes. But I did want to go into both, so that's why we made one sim a little bit more preppy with the preppy clothes that they have, and then one more a little bit more rugged. I don't really know what the exact term is for some of the clothes, like what style it is, but it just kind of comes across to me as like coming up punk rocky or like rock style, which is why I got the band idea in the first place. Because like with all these clothes, they look like they should be in a band. So that's where that idea came from. So we'll see that she wears some pretty wild clothing. We definitely I think we use the streetwear pack. I can't remember what that pack is called. She's got very colorful makeup. Her eyes are purple because, like I said, we're going to give all the werewolves special colors. So Willow is green, Hayden is blue, and she is purple. And I believe our last sim, Avery, has red eyes or like reddish eyes. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I wanted to wear this dress so bad because one, it looked really nice on her, but two, the moon and the stars, like a werewolf, come on. So I had to do that. I also really, really, really liked some of the new jewelry in this pack. I love the rings that came in this pack. I do like the hairstyles. I have to admit that this hairstyle in particular isn't exactly my favorite. I believe they're called mullets, right? I think. And I was so embarrassed because I was like, mullets are so ugly. I will admit that she looks so bomb with this. Like, I think I've changed my mind. Like, I used to think that mullets were, like, not cute, but then I made the sim and I was like, damn, they're kind of a vibe if you can, like, get the right aesthetic for it. But I said that in my Twitch stream, and this dude, my viewer, he goes, man, me and my mullet will just go sit in the corner. Obviously, like, we're friends. Like, we know each other, but, like, I felt kind of bad. I was like, do I double down on this? And I was like, you know what? I'm doubling down. Mullets are weird. But then you know, then I hyped him up and I was like, you know, I'm sure you look really good with the mullet. Because people do. Like, I didn't think that mullets looked that good, but then I made the sim and I was like, damn, she looked really good with this mullet. So don't be offended if you have a mullet and I just said I don't like them. It's just like a personal thing. And I think I've changed my mind anyways. For her design, we kind of just made some purple stars around her, like purple dots, just to kind of go with her eyes. We also, I believe, tried to make the same like moon design on her chest. I don't really know why, because she's not part of the Moonwood Collective. Maybe we can change it to make some fangs or something, but I just felt like it would be kind of cool to have like a moon design since she's a werewolf. Yeah. We only really gave her... Oh, I should have given her a star. Did I give her a star? That would make way more sense because her name is Fallon Star. So maybe I should have done that. Maybe I'll change this at some point because she's not part of the Moonwood Collective, and I did say that I put the other guy with the moon on his chest because he's part of the Moonwood Collective. So maybe we'll change it, or maybe we'll put like fangs to represent the Wild Fang Collective or pack when she decides to join that. So yeah, we didn't mess with this sim. Like I said, we didn't mess around with like making the sims. This is a pre-made werewolf skin. I've just adjusted it a little bit with the purple dots and stuff. I didn't want to go too many purple dots because I thought it would make her look like she's sick or something. Like she has this weird purple dot condition. I don't know. Yeah, so that's that sim. And then our final sim that we're working on is Avery Sorensen. Avery Sorensen was kind of like the DJ to me, or like music mixer kind of guy. Techie, into music, kind of like DJ vibes to me. And he is human, mostly because it was on accident. And I made him human, and then I was like, I'm too lazy to remake him, and so we ended up with him being human, which is fine because it actually fits. I didn't know that there were 4 aspirations originally, but now that I've seen it, I'm like, okay, so we'll just transform both of them and we'll see which way they go. I really genuinely cannot decide which one of these werewolves or which one of these sims, Willow or Avery, will be the one that wants to be a lone wolf and which one wants to turn back into a human, because I don't know, he just doesn't give off werewolf vibes. Like, I don't think he would want to be a werewolf, so I'm like, maybe he's the one that wants to be human, but, like, Willow doesn't want to be a werewolf. So, like, it's very, like, I don't know yet. I don't know what we're gonna do. Also, we did just start the LP this week, so I've actually played a couple of episodes. You haven't missed too much, so if you guys want to watch it live, don't be afraid to come in and say hi. And obviously I will put the videos so you can like go back and look at what's in it. He has been absolutely tortured by these werewolves. He got beat up by Greg, who just randomly wandered into our house for some reason. This poor guy gets bullied by Fallon all the time. Fallon can't control her rage yet, and so she comes and intimidates him with her snarls and stuff. So I feel like maybe he wouldn't be a big fan of being a werewolf. I feel like maybe he would just kind of despise the idea of being one, especially with the experiences that he's had. Or we could go with the storyline that he wants to be the bigger tough wolf because all of these wolves are jerks to him and he wants to be able to fight for his own, you know? So we've got two different lineups to go here, like two different paths. Or on the flip side, if we focus on Willow, we could say that, well, Willow became a werewolf because she wanted to experience it for her book, but then she was like, no, I don't want to stay this way, and so she wants to become human. Or maybe if we go with the storyline that she's dating Hayden, then maybe she wants to stay a werewolf so that she can be with him. So we've got two very different ideas going on here. If in the case that he does become a werewolf, it'll probably be on accident if he ends up in a fight with Greg. I do want it to be accidental for him, and I want it to be purposeful for Willow, I believe. Like, I think Willow will probably ask to become a werewolf, and he'll just accidentally become a werewolf. He actually did contract werebees in our first episode, but then he managed to take it out in the toilet. I don't know if he just, like, pooped it out, or if he, like, puked it out, but it just went out of him. It was an option on the toilet, and I was like, okay. So, the Sims decided that for us. I don't know how that works, but apparently that is how it works. But anyways, these are the 4 Sims. I'll be posting the build video pretty soon as well. So I'm just going to try to edit these as quickly as possible and get everything out of the way. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You're going to hit screenshots or some sort of like montage video of the Sims. And that should be that. Just so you guys can see like the final looks. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you really like me and want to be notified every single time I post a video, go ahead and hit that bell button. Other than that, make sure to come check out my Twitch channel if you guys want to see this Let's Play go down live. And also keep in mind that once the high school pack comes out, we're going to be working on that on stream as well. So if you guys want to get live content, that's where you got to get it. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, morning, night, evening, wherever you are. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!
Lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not likely. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, everyday, late at night, not okay.